facing tough challenges with a sense of calm, expressing thanks to God and relying on His supreme authority shows your trust in Him. Like David, who affirmed his faith in God even in dire situations. Recognize that God's presence is constant, not just in joyous moments, but also in times of hardship, fully understanding your trials. The Bible reassures us that God is concerned with every aspect of our lives, no matter how minor it may seem. Just as He is mindful of a sparrow's life, He is even more attentive to the intricacies of our experiences. Accept this reality and choose to live peacefully. A decision that you need to reaffirm each day amidst the inevitable challenges or irritations. Consistently remind yourself, God's got this. God is profoundly invested in you, actively shaping your life, surpassing any challenges, and aligning the right individuals and situations in your favor. It's this belief that allows God to accomplish remarkable feats. Ensure that you don't even begin your day without connecting with God. Reflect on whether God truly holds the paramount position in your life. Saying, "We are too busy for God" suggests He is not our utmost priority. Contemplate the blessings God has bestowed upon you and strive to live in a manner that honors Him. We often aim to prioritize God, yet sustaining this dedication can be tough amidst life's diversions. You may intend to pray and engage with Scripture each morning, only to have your plans disrupted by unexpected duties. Be aware that the devil seeks to thwart your attempts to place God first in your time, finances, and choices. There was a period when I attempted to squeeze God into my hectic agenda until I realized it made more sense to structure my routine around Him. Assess if you are merely trying to slot God in your packed life, or if you are genuinely willing to position Him at the forefront, adjusting other areas of your life to accommodate this. Christianity doesn't fully thrive when God is merely an additional aspect of our lives. He yearns to be at the core, not only on Sundays, but in every facet of our daily lives. While many recognize Jesus and go to church, not all genuinely prioritize Him. Nevertheless, God sees you as a priority, constantly bearing you in mind. The extent of His thoughts about us is vast. Embrace this deep truth and renew your commitment to making God the foundation of your existence, allowing His presence and guidance to mold each day, embracing God's guidance in daily living. Imagine this. You are faced with a challenge, a dream, or a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. You might feel overwhelmed, questioning whether your prayers will be answered. But let me tell you, my friend, faith is the key that unlocks the door of miracles. In a world where doubts and uncertainties often cloud our minds, it's essential to remember that God is still working in our lives. Even when things seem impossible or hope feels distant, it's crucial to believe and trust in His divine plan. So, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Once upon a time in a distant land, there lived a man named Abraham. He was chosen by God to be a father of a great nation. Despite his old age, Abraham and his wife Sarah had no children. Doubt and disappointment filled their hearts, but they held on to their faith. Years passed and their belief remained unshaken. In their old age, God blessed Abraham and Sarah with a son named Isaac. This miracle served as a reminder that God is always at work, even when circumstances seem impossible. Generations later, the descendants of Abraham found themselves enslaved in Egypt. Their cries for liberation reached the heaven, and God raised up Moses to lead them to freedom. Through incredible signs and wonders, God displayed His power, parting the Red Sea and guiding His people to safety. The Israelites witnessed firsthand that God is still working, even in the darkest of times. As the Israelites journeyed through the wilderness, they faced numerous challenges. Hunger and thirst threatened their faith, but God provided manna from heaven and water from the rock. These miraculous provisions served as a testament that God is still working, even in the midst of scarcity. When they finally reached the promised land, the Israelites encountered mighty nations that seemed impossible to conquer. Yet, with faith in their hearts, they marched forward. Time and again, God fought on their behalf, bringing down walls and delivering victory. These triumphs revealed that God is still working, even when the odds are stacked against us. Centuries later, a humble carpenter named Jesus was born. He grew up to be a teacher, healer, and a son of God. Through his ministry, Jesus performed extraordinary miracles, restoring sight to the blind, healing the sick, and even raising the dead. These remarkable acts of compassion demonstrated that God is still working, even in the face of human suffering. Despite his goodness, Jesus was unjustly crucified. His followers were devastated and felt their faith waver. However, on the third day, Jesus rose from the dead, conquering death itself. This miraculous event proved that God is still working, even in the depths of despair.